it on replay. But I'm glad that YouTube does replays. My name is Joyce Fields, and I am 81 years old, and I am a TikTok live veteran. So I've done almost five, or not almost, I've done over 500 TikTok lives. So, and I do lives, 90-minute lives, 5 days a week, Monday through Friday at 4 a.m. Pacific time. And like I said, it's 90-minute live. So I share 4 pillars of advice, and I'll get to that. But I have done over 500 TikTok lives, and TikTok changed their community guidelines violations rules. Good morning, Shells. And so it was too restrictive, is what I thought. You can't say this, you can't say that, all that kind of stuff. And they also increased their price for subscription. And so now I did my last TikTok live on Friday, August 29th. And the way the universe did it, it was just absolutely magnificent. And I did my very first YouTube live the following Monday, September 1st. So I said, wow, that's really great. I believe in signs and stuff like that. I don't think there's any coincidences, but so I thought that was a good sign. And I'm still getting used to these YouTube lives. And like I said, I did my first one on September 1st. So I'm still getting used to them, and they don't do things the way that, hey, Kyle, the way that TikTok did. But when TikTok, when you get on a TikTok live, they flash a comment to the live creator that they are notifying viewers that you're live. And they don't do that on here on YouTube. So I don't know if people find that I'm live by if they subscribe, and I'm asking for subscriptions too, y'all, and it's free to subscribe. And I want you to share because thank you. I would love to share this advice with a whole lot more people. And the advice that I share will definitely help y'all to undifficult your life. That is the title of my lives. So I'm still getting used to doing my lives on YouTube. And I don't know, I'm I'm really just it's more difficult, and there's a whole lot more trolls on YouTube. But I understand that YouTube is a bigger, what do you call it, platform, a bigger social media platform or application, whatever. So it's bigger. And I don't know if YouTube is the biggest. Is YouTube the biggest of all of them? It might be. I think I asked Siri that, and thank you. And I think that's what the answer was. So anyway, I'm still getting used to these YouTube lives, y'all. But I'm able to share the advice that I have for y'all. And I want y'all to share this live because I want to be able to share the advice with a whole lot more people. I do lives that inspire people on their journey to make the world a better place. And so now, if anybody on here is thinking about trolling my live, don't do it. You know, those who would troll are just precisely the kind of people that really need to listen to the advice that I share. Oh, thank you. They really do. Now, I have had trolls apologize to me. Now, whatever you say in your comment, it doesn't bother me. It reflects on you. It shows you what a real idiot you are. That's what you're acting like. You don't need to act like that. A troll is a very pathetic person. So if anybody sitting here on my live watching it now is thinking about trolling me, I'm telling you right now, it don't work. Nothing excites me or anything like that. With any kind of comment that you put up, it wouldn't do anything to me, but it reflects on you. And it's a very pathetic life of a person that would deliberately try to insult somebody, try to be cruel to somebody, or whatever, ugliness. So that's a very pathetic life, and you need to stop doing it. So if you're thinking about trolling this live, don't do it. Sit there or lay there or whatever it is and listen to the advice that I share. You will probably be able to use it. I share 4 pillars of advice. Pillar number 1, develop and maintain a positive attitude. And I tell you how you do that. Pillar number 2, increase your level of patience. If you are 10 years old or older, I tell you exactly how you do that. But I always start with the toddlers. So if you are raising toddlers, you will want to learn how easy it is to teach them patience. Then pillar number 3 is stay calm. There is tremendous power in your ability to stay calm. You start to lose your power when you become angry. So now throughout my lives, I do what I call helpful hand visuals. And I call them that because in one of my TikTok lives earlier this year, one of my viewers, her name is Jessie Knott, and she said, quote, "These visuals are so helpful," unquote. And what she was talking about is these gestures that I do with my hands, and in combination with the words coming out of my mouth, my gift from God or the universe or whatever you call your higher power, one of my gifts is, and all of us are given gifts. Everybody has gifts. And your gift typically is going to be something that you enjoy and something that you are good at. So this is one of my gifts, and that is these helpful hand visuals. And I do helpful hand visuals in pillar number 1, but the one that I do in pillar number 3 is very impactful. And the pillar number 3 is stay calm. You know, you have so much power when you are calm. And when you get angry or frustrated, you start blustering and blubbering, and you're very animated and just over the top, highly just frantic, okay? And so then you are losing power when you are like that. Think about it. Think about it. So when I get to pillar number 3, I do, now Spirit gives me all of these helpful hand visuals that I do throughout my lives. And when I get the pillar number 3, the helpful hand visual that I do, or it's 2 of them that I do in pillar number 3. And I did it for the viewers on my live. One of my lives this year, it was a TikTok live. And I did it for my viewers, and it blew a lot of their minds. And I did it for my man, and it blew his mind. As a matter of fact, this was earlier in the year, and he's still referencing it. And by the way, me and my man have been together for 68 years. 68 years. Hey, Honda. We have been together, we just celebrated our 58th wedding anniversary this past June 3rd. And we have been together since we were both, thank you, 13 years old. Now I'm going to show y'all a picture of us. This is when we were 25 years old. This is 1969. 25 years old, 1969. Okay, yeah. Now this picture is, we were both 80 years old. This was last year on our 57th wedding anniversary. Okay, so we were both 80 years old last year. So there it goes, 80 years old. What a blessing. And I don't take it for granted, y'all. It blows my mind too. Here, look at this. At the top, 25 years old, and at the bottom, 80 years old. Okay? Ah, good. Thank you. Like I told you, I don't take it for granted. It blows my mind as well. Blows me away. I look at Pap sometime and I say, yeah, thank you. I say, good grief, I've been with this man over half of my life, so, but, and Pap is the one, his name is Pap, P-A-P. His real name is Fred. And so Pap is the one who I was calling them pieces of advice. And Pap said they're better than pieces of advice. They're like pillars. And so that's what I call them now, pillars, 4 pillars of advice. So I'm talking about pillar number 3. And pillar number 3 is stay calm. And when I get to that pillar, number 3, I'll do 2 helpful hand visuals that will blow some of y'all's minds, okay? So then there are only 4 pillars. And pillar number 4, come on, y'all, share the live. Pillar number 4 is remember the 4 words that can immediately lower your stress, anxiety, panic, anger, frustration. And I'll tell you what those 4 words are when I get to that 4th pillar. Okay, now y'all share the live. It doesn't cost you anything to share the live, and it doesn't cost you anything to subscribe. So, and help me spread the word, share the live so that it just opens up the possibility that I'll get more people to come in and hear the advice that I share. My lives are entitled Undifficult Your Life. Undifficult your life, y'all. A lot of y'all are making decisions and choices that make your lives a whole lot more difficult than they need to be, okay? So doing the lives that I do will help y'all to undifficult your life. Yes. Now, I do not answer questions, especially not silly questions like what vegetable do I like or what's my favorite color. I spend my time, 90 minutes I have, on giving y'all the 4 pillars of advice. I live a virtually stress-free life. And I want to share with y'all how I do it. If I can do it, y'all can do it if you so choose. And this is what my gift is. I am able to break it down so that it's very easy to understand. And this is the gift that I have been given. And I'm able to communicate from my mind to y'all's mind. And y'all will say, yeah, right, or whatever. You have to see it to believe it. And if you hang tough with this live, you will see it and you will believe it. Okay? So, now, like I told y'all, I have done over 500 TikTok lives. I no longer do TikTok lives. I still am on TikTok. I post every day. I have over 53,000 followers on TikTok. I'm 81 years old, y'all. And let me tell you, I didn't even think that I was going to get 1,000 followers, and I got over 53,000. And it's growing still, okay? So I post every day, just about every day, to TikTok. I'm not going to abandon my followers, so I keep posting, and it's all positive stuff. And on TikTok, my username is the letter J, JJ Fields, Fields, and the number 7. And so I have a ton of very positive, very useful, very helpful content on TikTok. And I've got a lot on YouTube as well. But I've been on TikTok over 2 years, and I wasn't doing that much on YouTube. And so I'm doing a lot more on YouTube now. As a matter of fact, I'm putting up videos, and I don't know if they're called shorts. I'm 81 years old, y'all, so I don't know all the intricacies of all this stuff, but I know how to do a live. Ha ha ha. Okay. So now back to the 4 pillars. Pillar number 1, develop and maintain a positive attitude. Yes, y'all. Thank you, Shelster. No religion. I don't want to see nothing, no comments about Jesus or the Bible. I have no use for religion. I have no use for politics. So, no religion, no politics. Those kind of comments are not welcome here. And you will be dealt with accordingly. After I make this announcement, if you still continue to post, and so I am aware of the fact that people are coming on and they don't hear what I'm just getting ready to say right now. If you're sitting there listening to my live, do not post anything, any comment about Jesus or the Bible or all of that mess or politics. And I say mess because I don't believe in it. I talk to God all day long. And God ain't got no religion, okay? So when I learned that religion was man-made, that was enough for me. No, thank you. So, no, I ain't got nothing to do with it. So now, pillar number 1, develop and maintain a positive attitude. I tell you how you do it. Pillar number 2, increase your level of patience. If you are 10 years old or older, I tell you exactly how you do that, but I always start with the toddlers. So if you are raising toddlers, you will want to hear how easy it is to teach them patience. Then pillar number 3 is stay calm. There is tremendous power in your ability to stay calm. You lose power when you start to becoming angry. So don't do that. And I'm going to do a helpful hand visual in pillar number 1 and in all of my pillars, okay? So now, stay calm. And I'm going to do 2 helpful hand visuals in pillar number 3 that will blow some of y'all's minds. And Spirit gives me these helpful hand visuals. I do not make them up. Spirit gives them to me. And pillar number 4 is to remember the 4 words that can immediately lower your stress, anxiety, panic, anger, frustration, or whatever. And I'll tell you what those 4 words are when I get to the 4th pillar. Now, back to pillar number 1. And I'm also going to tell y'all how I'm an author, and I'll get to the books in a while. And the Shelster is telling y'all about goodshortbooks.com. The link is in my profile. And nonfiction books, 11 nonfiction books. I'll get to that in a minute. But I was getting ready to tell y'all something. Yes, my mission statement for doing these lives is I do lives that inspire people on their journey to make the world a better place. And my mission statement as an author is I write books that inspire people on their journey to make the world a better place. And when I tell you the 4 pillars, and I'm going to go over them again with this addition. Pillar number 1, develop and maintain a positive attitude. Don't you think if more people learned how to develop and maintain a positive attitude, that the world would be a better place? Okay, pillar number 2, increase your level of patience. Don't you think that if more people learned how to increase their levels of patience, that the world would be a better place? I think so. Pillar number 3, stay calm. Don't you think that if more people learn to stay calm, the advantage of staying calm, that the world would be a better place? Yes. And pillar number 4, don't you think that, and take my word for it, when you hear those 4 words, the world would be a better place if more people use those 4 words. So now back to pillar number 1. Develop and maintain a positive attitude. Share the live, y'all. I would love for more people to hear the advice that I'm sharing. And all it does, see, it doesn't cost you anything to share. It just opens up the possibility that I would be able to share this advice with a whole lot more people. I live a virtually stress-free life, and I want to share the advice that I use to do that. So I'm 81 years old. I have been using this advice, living this advice, since I was about 10 years old, for real. And it works. And I want to share it with y'all so that the title of my lives is Undifficult Your Life. So that's my whole goal, is to help y'all to undifficult your life. And I get comments throughout this live, y'all will see some of them, people post them, that the advice that I share is helping people. And back over on TikTok, my moderators would do screenshots and of people's comments and compliments, and my moderators would take screenshots and send them to me, and I would post them on my TikTok page. So check my TikTok page out too, y'all, because I'm still on TikTok. I've got over 53,000 followers. So now back to pillar number 1. Develop and maintain a positive attitude. Do you consciously think about the fact that there are only 2 attitudes that you can have? Just 2. That's it, y'all. Some people will say, no, there's 3 because it's a neutral. You are not a vehicle. You don't have neutral, okay? You're going to lean one way or the other. So now there are only 2 attitudes that you can have. Do you think about that? Do you consciously think about that? Come on. Come on, give me some responses. Do you consciously think about the fact that there are only 2 attitudes that you can have? A negative attitude or a positive attitude? That's it. Only 2. Come on, give me some attitude. Okay, come on. All right, Honda, yes, that's great. Elizabeth, yes, okay, wonderful. A lot of people say no, they don't consciously think about it. So, yeah, see, Mimi. All right. Yeah, thank you, Isaiah. Yeah. So, most people don't. Okay. So now, only 2 attitudes that you can have. Thank you, Mimi. A negative attitude or a positive attitude. Okay? I'm going to tell you all of that stuff now. In my 81 years of living, here's what I have observed. Share the live, y'all. You do not choose to have a negative attitude. Nope. You do not choose to have a negative attitude. Here's what happens. If you don't choose to have a positive attitude, and you must choose to have a positive attitude, it ain't going to come and sit in your lap. You got to deliberately choose to have a positive attitude. You have to, on purpose, choose to have a positive attitude. You have to intentionally choose to have a positive attitude. So if you don't intentionally, on purpose, deliberately, all of those things, choose to have a positive attitude, you almost definitely will have a negative attitude. It's like it is a default. That's what I have observed. You must deliberately choose to have a positive attitude. Now, how do you do that? How do you deliberately choose to have a positive attitude? You write a program and you say it out loud. I'm going to repeat that. You write a program and you say it out loud. That is the way you choose to have a positive attitude. Here is the program that you write, and here is what you say out loud. And I don't care who's around you because it gives you a chance to spread positivity. Here's what you say, the program that you write. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. I'm going to repeat that. This is the program that you write, and you say it out loud. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. Okay? Oh, yeah, it is. Very easy. That's what the title of my lives is, Undifficult Your Life. A lot of y'all are making y'all's lives a hell of a lot more difficult than they need to be. Okay? So, now, yes. So, tell the people that you care about, everybody. Don't throw it up in my face what my attitude was yesterday or last week or last year or whatever. That program says from now on, that means from this point forward, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. That means this point forward. A positive attitude is a deliberate choice that you make, y'all. And you can make that choice at any minute in your life. You can make that choice. It's that simple. And I'm going to give you a lot of advice that you can use to make that choice, to shore up that choice. A positive attitude. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. That's all you got to do. But that's not, you got to say that first, okay? And then you will be on the path to developing and maintaining a positive attitude. Maintaining it is a lifelong process, y'all. It takes effort, it takes energy, but it is fun effort. It is fun energy. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. So now here is a helpful hand visual that I'm doing right now. See this? A positive attitude is like a plug that you're holding in your hand, okay? It's like a plug. Y'all following me? It's like a plug that you're holding in your hand, and you plug it into your spirit. You plug it into your soul. You see? And it electrifies you. Imagine that. It electrifies you. It kicks you into becoming a more vibrant part of your own life. For real. A positive attitude does that for you. Now I'm going to show y'all what a negative attitude looks like. You heard that correctly. I am going to show y'all what a negative attitude looks like. Okay? On the count of 3, I'm going to show y'all what a negative attitude looks like. Share the live, y'all. I would love to be able to share this advice with a whole lot more people. And y'all sharing it will open up the possibility that I will be able to share this advice with a whole lot more people. It just opens up the possibility. It's not a guarantee. But I need y'all to share the live. Okay. On the count of 3, I'm going to show y'all what a negative attitude looks like. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. All right, now, this is what a negative attitude looks like, y'all. These are the people that say, woe is me. My life sucks. I can't stand this. I can't stand that. Complain, complain, complain. In the meantime, what my hands are doing now is a helpful hand visual, and it shows that all of these are positive elements flying through the universe. This is what my hands are doing. Positive elements flying through the universe at all times, y'all, at all times. But they always, y'all, fly over the heads of people who have a negative attitude. They're always flying out there in the universe. But now, when you write that program, come on, y'all, share the live. When you write that program and when you say those words out loud, here's what you say. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. Here is what happens, y'all. On the count of 3, I'm going to show y'all what happens. 1, 2, 3. Share the live, y'all. Here's what happens. What was flying over your head is now making contact with your psyche. You understand that? Did I communicate that clearly to y'all? Did it come from my mind to y'all's minds? Come on, give me some responses, y'all. YouTube says I have 101 people on here. Give me some responses. Was I effective in communicating that to y'all? Oh, good. Thank you, 1232. Oh, good. Thank you, Honda. Thanks, Truge. Good. Wonderful. Thank you, Beverly. Thanks, lovely Linda. Okay. So now that's great. No, nothing like that here. You're going to be gone. Okay. Yeah, so now, yeah. So what happens when you say those words out loud? That program, when you write that program and you say, from now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude, you raise your frequency. You raise your vibration. Excuse me. That's what you did. You went from a low vibration, which is a negative attitude, to a high vibration, which is a positive attitude. It's just that simple. No, nothing like that over here. I'm going to just hide you so you can still hear what I say, okay? Now, you raise your vibration. That's what. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. I'm going to read y'all a list of words that will help you to identify people in your life who probably have a negative attitude, and it might be you. But like I told you, you can change from a negative attitude to a positive attitude at any minute in your life. So I'm also going to read y'all a list of words that will guide you on your path to developing and maintaining a positive attitude. Thank you, Paul. Thank you. So now here are the words that will help you to identify people in your life who probably have a negative attitude. And it might be you, but you can change that at any minute in your life, like I told you. Okay, all you got to do is develop and maintain. Just say that, write that program and say it out loud. And these words are descriptive of personality traits or personality characteristics. So here are the words: anger, envy, sorrow, regret, greed, arrogance, self-pity, guilt, resentment and holding grudges, inferiority, lies and dishonesty, false pride, superiority, and the last word is ego. Back up to the top. The very first word is anger. Anger. Do you know people who are full of anger? People who are angry? Are you the one who is full of anger? Who is angry? That is negative. How about resentment and holding grudges? Do you know people who are full of resentment? People who hold grudges? Are you the one who is full of resentment? Who holds grudges against other people? Okay, I'm going to silence you. Okay, you can still hear what I say if you so choose. So now, if you hold grudges or if you're full of resentment, I'm going to come back to that one. It's a big one because a lot of people are doing that. I'm going to move on to lies and dishonesty. Do you know people who lie, who are dishonest? Are you the one who lies, who is dishonest? That is negative. Now back up to resentment and holding grudges. If you are full of resentment and if you hold grudges, I'm going to tell you something that you may or may not have ever heard before. Probably not. You are living in the past. Mm-hmm. You are living in the past. You are holding on to something that happened. That's why you're living in the past. Something that happened, past tense. There is nothing that the people who did that to you can do to change it. There is nothing that you can do to change it. You see? You must forgive them. You must forgive them. And it doesn't matter who it was or what they did. You must forgive them because you are doing harm and damage to yourself. It's not doing anything to them. You may think that you're punishing them. No, you're punishing yourself because when you hold on to unforgiveness, when you hold on to resentment and hold grudges against other people, you are creating an internal, invisible burden on your own soul, on your own spirit, on your own cells, on your own blood. You see? On your organs, on everything about you, your whole being. So don't do that. Don't hold unforgiveness. Don't hold resentment. Don't. You must forgive. And when you forgive, it doesn't mean you go back into their lives or you welcome them back into yours. You don't ever have to have anything else to do with them, but you must forgive them. And I'm going to give you a whole lot more information on this, okay, as I go along. So you must forgive. And like I said, it doesn't matter who it was or what they did. You have to forgive. Now, when you hold on to all this ugly stuff, like all the words that I read, anger, envy, sorrow, regret, greed, all of that, all of those are what I call the uglies, okay? When you hold on to the uglies damage the person holding on to them. Doesn't that make sense? It makes sense to me. You can't hold on to that kind of ugliness and it not affect you. And what that can do, holding on to resentment or unforgiveness or grudges and all of that stuff, it can put you into bad health. Look around you, open your eyes. Thank you. Open your eyes. A lot of people who you know are full of resentment and hold grudges against other people and are full of unforgiveness, they are on pharmaceutical medications. They have all kinds of ailments, probably. But I'm saying to you that when you hold all this ugliness, it can put you into bad health. It can make you not age gracefully. It can make you look older than you are. Okay? So when you hold on to all this ugliness, that's what can happen to you. This weather is changing. My sinuses are, my nose itching, eyes watering, and all that stuff. But I'll be okay. Okay. So yeah, don't hold on to that kind of mess. You have to forgive. And when I'm 81 years old, when I was a kid, there was no such thing as um, text message or video call or email. No such thing. So y'all can use any of those technologies to forgive, send a text message letting them know you forgive them. But if you don't want to have anything else to do with them, then you can say it out loud to the universe. You hear me? Yes, you can. Because think about it. The universe or God or whatever you call your higher power, it was there when the mess happened to you. Think about that. It was there. Yes. God, the universe, or whatever you call the higher power, I say this every live that I do, sees everything that you do right now, hears everything that you say right now, and reads your thoughts right now. Okay, now, my having said that, did that bring it to the forefront of your mind and make it to the point where you are going to think more seriously about what you do, say, and think? Come on, give me some responses. And I'm amazed at how many yeses I get. I just asked if, oh God, you answered really quickly. Thank you, Maverick. Yes. So will that make you think about what you do, say, and think more consciously? With my having said that, it brought it to the forefront of your mind that the higher power or God or whatever you call it, yes, sees everything you do right now, hears everything you say right now, and reads your thoughts right now. I'm amazed at how many yeses I get. People saying that, oh yeah, they're going to change. They're going to think about it. See, definitely, lovely Linda said. I am rethinking about them. 1232 said. Yes, Maverick said. That was the first one. Maverick was the first. So, yeah. So I'm glad that I'm bringing it to the forefront of your mind. Yes. Remember, and you know what? Live your life by the golden rule. The golden rule states, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Always be working on it. Always. Never stop. The golden rule states, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. I live my life by the golden rule, y'all. I don't do anything to anybody that I wouldn't want done to me. And I don't say anything to anybody that I wouldn't want said to me. For real, so it's very simple to live your life by the golden rule. And when you have a positive attitude, it causes you to stop and think stop and think about what you are going to say before you say it and what you're going to do before you do it. And you do it like that, fast, real fast. You don't even have to, thought is almost, I don't know how fast thought is, but you always have time to stop and think. Lord have mercy. You always have time to stop and think. Okay, so now, I got to rewind. Yes, forgive. So now, I was telling you, if you don't want to use any of the technologies that are available to y'all, I'm a retired executive assistant, so I'm aware of computers and all that stuff. And so if you don't want to use that technology, you can forgive by saying it out loud to the universe. And like I just said, the universe was there when the mess happened to you. The universe sees everything you do right now, hears everything you say right now, and reads your thoughts right now. Okay? Yes. So the universe was there when it happened. So say it out loud to the universe. It knows what you're talking about. God or the universe or whatever you call your higher power is what I always say. And here's the way you say it out loud to the universe or God or whatever you call your higher power. And I always give respect to all of those religions, okay? Now, universe, I forgive so and so for doing such and such to me. Excuse me. I'm going to repeat that. Universe, I forgive so and so for doing such and such to me. So that's what you do. You say that out loud Okay. Yeah. And use your hand the way that I use mine. That symbolizes your touching spirit or you're touching the universe. I'm going to repeat it. Universe, you're welcome. I forgive so and so for doing such and such to me. The universe knows what you're talking about. Okay? So now I'm going to give y'all 4 examples of what has happened on my lives. And this was on my TikTok lives. So now, example number 1 was a young lady who said, I forgave my dad like that. And I immediately burst into tears. The second young lady said, I forgave myself like that. And I immediately burst into tears. And you can forgive yourself. The universe knows what you did. It saw it too. Okay? You didn't get by. You didn't get through. Okay? So you can forgive yourself. Excuse me. The third one was a young man. And he said, I forgave and I felt my spirit shift. Okay? So now I'm saving the fourth one because I'm going to go back over these 3. Those 2 young ladies that immediately burst into tears, and the young man, yeah, that's right, Allie, and the young man who felt his spirit shift, that's a testament to what I already told y'all. When you hold on to for unforgiveness, resentment, or grudges and all that stuff, it creates an invisible internal burden on your spirit, on your soul, on your cells, on your blood, on your organs, on your entire being. Now, when they forgave, it's like the Shelster calls it a pressure release valve. And this is what happens when you forgive. That pressure is released and relieved. That's what happens when you forgive. You may or may not even know that you were carrying it. And I'm sure they didn't know that they were carrying it. But that's why you burst into tears. That's why you feel a shift in your spirit. Now, the fourth one was a young lady named Patricia. And Patricia had been watching my lives, and she was holding a grudge against her mother for over 40 years. That's 40 years worth of Mother's Days and all other kinds of stuff, that they didn't spend together. Over 40 years, she was holding a grudge against her mother. She forgave her mother, and they spent this past Mother's Day together. And she came up as a guest on my TikTok Live and shared with us the experience that they had. And it was just absolutely wonderful. It just warmed my heart tremendously. So, but all right, somebody says, I'm not quite ready to forgive or move on just yet, but the day will come. Okay, well, you're only extending negative stuff in your own health and your own spirit and all of that. That's what happens when you hold on. So some people choose to not forgive and so forth, but I just want you to know that you're prolonging negativity in your own life. You must forgive. So, but do as you want. Okay? So now Patricia forgave her mother after over 40 years. Okay? But it really warmed my heart to learn what the advice that I share did for her and her mother. No, it's never hard. That's just the way you think, So if y'all think it that, listen, if you think it's going to be hard, it's going to be hard. Okay? It's just that simple, y'all. And this is what I'm saying. Undifficult your life. A lot of this it's brought on by the way you think. You can think positive just as well as you can think negative, okay? There is a silver lining in every dark cloud. Look for the silver lining, y'all. Don't look at the dark cloud. See, a lot of y'all are just looking at the dark cloud. You don't even see that there's a silver lining. You see, you got to start looking for that. Start looking for the silver lining in every dark cloud. There's always one, more than one sometimes, okay? You hear people that say, best thing that ever happened to them was when they went to jail. Or the best thing that ever happened to them was when they had to live in their car. That kind of stuff. Horrible things that can happen. But if you see, you recognize that there is a silver lining. So sometimes the best thing that happened to you when you lose that job, because it propelled you into doing something that you truly wanted to do. And it gave you a lot of momentum to be able to do it. So I'm just saying that look for the silver lining. So no, none of that. Don't be going with Christ. So I don't, So you'll be silent on here. Where are you? Okay. Okay, you got it, I think. Okay. Okay. So I already told y'all, you can forgive and not have anything else to do with them. The universe doesn't require that. The universe only requires that you forgive. But when you don't forgive, then the universe got something for you. Bad health, taking pharmaceutical medications, aging, not gracefully, all of that stuff. Okay, so now, all right, that's the way you forgive. And you say it out loud. I don't care who's around you. You say that out loud. I forgive such and such, so and so, okay? All right, now, a positive attitude, a negative attitude. Oh, I told y'all I was going to read you a list of words that will guide you on your path to developing and maintaining a positive attitude. Here are those words. The first one is joy, the first three letters of my name. Peace, love, hope, serenity, humility, kindness, empathy, generosity, truth and honesty, compassion, and the last word is faith. Okay? So Noel says, so many people running around so aggressively, though, with points to prove. I mean, what's the deal with that? That's them. Don't be concerned about them. You just be concerned about you and your behavior. See, that's a part of the problem with the world nowadays. A lot of people are concerned with stuff that ain't their business. It ain't your business about people trying to prove these points to whatever. They have their own ways. You work on you. And this is for Noel and everybody on my live, okay? You work on you. Don't be, and you see, this is what, I have people on my live that will ask me why I'm wearing these earrings or ask me, tell me to cut my nails. What business is it of yours? You understand? So this is what's wrong. A lot of people, this is part of what's wrong. A lot of people are involved in stuff that ain't their business. What business is it of yours that somebody is trying to prove a point? You can listen to them and say, well, I don't agree. I don't agree with that. Don't say I don't agree with you. You agree or disagree with what the person says, not with the person. So you say, I don't agree with that. You can voice your point too by saying that you don't agree. This doesn't have to be an argument or anything else, okay? So stop minding other people's business, okay? All right. Yeah, my nails are natural. I've had long nails since I was 12 years old. I love long nails. So I'm 81 years old. Long nails were not in style when I was 12 years old. Okay? So a lady upstairs from us when I was about 6 or 7, she had long nails, and I used to go upstairs to watch her paint them. And man, I was fascinated by that. And so when I got 12, I started growing my nails, and they've been long. I broke 2 of them, y'all, recently. They'll grow back. They grow fast. Okay, so there. That's enough about my nails. So, all right, I was getting ready to tell y'all about nobody, it's always about positive attitude and negative attitude. Nobody can have a negative attitude 100% of the time. Nobody can have a positive attitude 100% of the time. Okay? Nobody can do that. Therefore, you live your life by a ratio. You understand that? I'm going to ask you this question. Do you know that you live your life by a ratio? RATIO. I'm going to explain what it is. Thank you. And I'm going to tell you how you can use it. A ratio. You live your life by a ratio. Come on, give me some responses. I only want responses that say no, because if people have already been on my lives and they know that, okay? No, everybody doesn't. Believe me, I've done over 500 lives. Everybody doesn't, okay? No, I don't repeat. For the most part, no. I don't have time. I wish I did. Okay, so come on, do you know that you live your life by a ratio? And I'm only looking for responses that say no. Come on, give me some responses, y'all. Give me some responses. I'm going to explain it. Come on. Most people don't know that they live their lives by a ratio, and I'm looking for responses that say no. So I'm going to explain it to you. Thank you, Isaiah. I appreciate it. Come on, any more responses? Thanks, Maverick. Okay, that's great. I do too. Come on. All right, I mean, this is, at least I got responses from Isaiah and Maverick, and they will still probably be coming in. So, what a ratio is, it is a very simple tool. A very simple tool that will definitely help you to better control your life. A ratio is a very simple tool that will definitely, not maybe, not possibly, it will definitely help you to better control your life. You and you alone set your ratio. You and you alone control your ratio. If you set it too high, you can lower it. If you set it too low, you can raise it, okay? But you are the only one that controls it. Now, I'm going to explain it to you by telling you what my ratio is. My ratio is 80-20. Some people on my lives have chosen 75-25 or 60-40 or whatever. You can choose. 80-20 does not belong to me. Anybody can choose it. So 80-20 is my ratio. That means 80% of the time, I am very happy being in the positive attitude mode. And 20% of the time, I am okay. I didn't say I was happy, but I'm okay with being in the negative attitude mode. Remember, nobody can be 100% positive attitude mode. Nobody can be 100% negative attitude mode. Therefore, you live your life by a ratio. And I am bringing it to the forefront of your mind that you can better control your life when you realize and understand that. Okay? So now, back over to the positive. The positive side, okay? That's 80-20. So 80% of the time, I honor the programs that I write. 80% of the time, I do what is right, what is fair, what is honest, what is considerate, what is kind, all of those things, 80% of the time. Excuse me. 20% of the time, I can be in the negative attitude mode, and you can do whatever your percentage is, but it can never include three things. Never include three things. Number one, it can never include physical abuse. You cannot hit people. You cannot throw things. Good morning, everybody. Number two, you cannot be verbally abusive to anybody. You cannot cuss anybody out. You cannot insult anybody. And number three, thanks to one of my viewers, her username is Midnight. She asked me to include tone of voice. And it ain't what you say, it's how you say it. So you cannot use an ugly tone of voice to anybody, okay? So those three things, you can't be physically abusive, you can't hit people, you can't throw things. You can't be verbally abusive, you can't cuss anybody out, you can't insult anybody, and you can't use an ugly tone of voice with anybody. It ain't what you say, it's how you say it, okay? So as long as those three things are not in your negative attitude mode, you're doing fine, okay? So now I'm going to show you how you can use that ratio, and I'm going to give you a false behavior. I don't have this behavior, but I'm going to present it as an example and to show you how this behavior, you can take it and write a program and change any behavior that you have. And you can put it over here on this behavior and you change your behavior. You can change your own behavior. You cannot change the behavior of other people. And that's part of what's wrong with the world, because other people are trying to change other people's behaviors, and you can't do it. Nobody can change your behavior but you, okay? So stop trying to change other people's behavior. And not only that, but while you trying to change their behavior, they may or may not say anything, but they're looking at you saying, why don't you work on yourself, okay? We all should be working on ourselves, improving ourselves, developing and maintaining a positive attitude, okay? So now, I'm trying to think. I already told y'all how you develop and maintain a positive attitude. You write a program. I read the words that will help you to identify people in your life who have or probably have a negative attitude. And I told y'all about the ratio. Okay. So now, positive attitude is a must if you want spirit to come and communicate with you. A positive attitude is a must if you want inner peace to come to you. It ain't coming if you got a negative attitude. They ain't coming. Inner peace or spirit ain't coming. Now imagine yourself. Imagine this. I'm doing a helpful hand visual. This is you flitting around. This is you in spirit, as spirit and inner peace. This is you flitting around. Would you land on a person who has a negative attitude? I sure wouldn't. Would you? Come on, this is you in the form of spirit, in the form of inner peace. Would you land on a person who has a negative attitude? Okay. So the answers may be coming in. Okay. 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 All right. Now, could y'all use that ratio that I described? I'm 81. Come on. Can y'all use that ratio? The ratio. Come on. Can y'all use the ratio that I described? We all live our lives by a ratio. Okay. Come on. I'm not getting any responses. All right. Okay, good. I guess they were slow to come. All right. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't hold grudges or anything like that. So, all right, now you are going to be, where am I? Oh, All right, I lost that one. I think somebody got him. I think what about when y'all put up some real bold statements or comments or whatever, my moderators ain't gonna do it, and I ain't gonna do it either. I ain't gonna allow that. You're wasting your time. It doesn't even make sense. Why are you gonna do that? Okay. Uh, yeah. Okay. So now, this is a negative attitude. A negative attitude, y'all. Here comes inner peace. Here comes spirit. Look, they cannot get through. So they turn and go away. They turn and go away. A negative attitude repels spirit. A negative attitude repels inner peace. Here's a positive attitude. Positive attitude. Along comes spirit, along comes inner peace. You can see what's going to happen. Not only do they get through, they turn and encase your entire being. That's what a positive attitude does. Welcome spirit, welcomes inner peace. Now, if anybody in your family is disturbing your peace, and Spirit came to me and told me too, inner peace and outer peace. I had never heard anything about outer peace. Spirit explained it. Inner peace can never be disturbed. It can never be destroyed. Outer peace can be disturbed, can be destroyed. It's outer peace. Outer peace is an example. I always do this every live that I do. You trying to study or sleep, and somebody in the room or somebody downstairs, upstairs, across the hall, down the street, across the street is making a lot of noise. That is your outer peace. There are laws on the books, probably every state in this country, for disturbing the peace. You can call the cops on people for disturbing the peace. So inner peace can never be disturbed, can never be destroyed. That is your outer peace. But if anybody in your family or among your friends, it's usually your family members that are doing things that destroy or disturb your peace, you must tell them. You cannot allow anybody to disturb your peace without letting them know. Don't swallow that mess, okay? So you have to tell them, but they're not obligated to change their behavior. Now, here's what you do. I suggest you do it kindly and with love and tolerance and diplomacy and all of that stuff. Words like this. You know, I love y'all dearly, but when y'all do such and such, or when y'all say such and such, that disturbs my peace. And like I said, nobody should be allowed to disturb your peace, and that includes your mama. And I'm going to tell you how to deal with her. So you tell them that, and then you give them enough time. Like I told you, they're not obligated to change their behavior, but you're obligated to tell them that what they're doing or saying is disturbing your peace. And so you give them enough time to change their behavior, but if you notice that they are not changing it, then you are obligated to come back at them and say words to this effect. I give you 3 options. Option 1, I told y'all that I love y'all dearly, but when y'all do or say such and such that disturbs my peace, y'all still doing it. I have no choice. I have to. No. The option 1 is feed y'all with a long handled spoon. Option 2, love y'all from a distance. Option 3, stop coming around y'all. Or you can come up with another option, but whatever. But you got to tell them, okay? Now, if it's your mama that's disturbing your peace, here's your mama disturbing your peace, and here you are getting your peace disturbed. You tell your mama. All of this is after you make that, write that program, y'all. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude after you write that program. So here's your mom disturbing your peace, and here you are. When you write that program, you tell your mama that what you're saying or what you're doing is disturbing my peace. But some mamas would say, you ain't got no peace, or what peace, and with an attitude like that, But be that as it may, that's mama, leave her alone. When you say those words, you say, from now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. You raise your vibration. You raise your frequency, okay? Your mama behavior no longer will bother you because you're on a higher vibration. You're on a higher frequency. Okay? That's what you do when you say that out loud and you raise your vibration, you've raised your frequency. You're no longer on that lower level, lower frequency. So that's the way you deal with that. Okay. So now, that is pillar number 1. Pillar number 2, increase your level of patience. If you're 10 years old or older, I tell you exactly how you increase your level of patience. But I always start with the toddlers. If you are raising toddlers and they ask for a cookie, tell that toddler, I'll give you that cookie in 5 minutes. Put yourself on the timer. Give that toddler that cookie in 5 minutes. And do that several times, 5 minutes. And stretch it to 10 minutes. Do that several times, 10 minutes. Always use the timer. Then 15 minutes, all the way up to an hour or more. Not only will you be teaching that toddler patience, you will also be teaching that toddler how to feel time, how to feel elapsed time. Now, Spirit came to me and told me, you can teach your viewers how they can teach themselves how to feel time, how to feel elapsed time. Thank you. So it requires a piece of paper and something to write with. So I'm going to count to 10 while I drink some tea. Then I'll tell you this. It's a fun exercise, okay? Okay. Now, on that piece of paper, write down the time that it is right now, no matter what your time zone is. So now, put the paper away. And at some point later on, doesn't matter how long, try to guess the time it is at that point. Not only will you be teaching yourself how to feel time, you will be teaching yourself how to feel elapsed time. This exercise, I want you to do it every day, all day long. And you will be like, the way I do it now, I don't even need pencil or paper or whatever. And you won't need it either. So teach yourself how to feel time. What this exercise does is it zooms you into the to the movement of that second hand, okay? You are more in tune to the passage of time when you try to guess what time it is. And if you use an alarm clock to get up, if you wake up before the clock goes off, try to guess what time it is. Try to feel, has it been 2 hours or has it been, so feel it. There. Can y'all use that exercise? Come on, give me some responses. Be quicker with y'all's responses. I think Maverick was really quick with the response. So come on, give me some responses, y'all. Can y'all use that exercise to teach yourselves how to feel elapsed time? Come on, give me some responses. I'm going to move on to, good, thanks, see me. I'm going to move on to, if you're 10 years old or older, the way you teach yourself how to increase your level of patience. Oh, good, Melissa, thank you. Thanks, Maverick. You make yourself wait. You write a program. You say, the program is, I am teaching myself patience. I am teaching myself how to increase my level of patience. I am teaching myself how to wait. Now, especially if it's something that you were fiending for, and especially if it's something that you would normally give yourself immediate gratification for, make yourself wait. And if you make yourself wait past the point where you don't want it anymore, that is fabulous because it shows you how strong you actually are, okay? Make yourself wait. That's all you got to do. Teach yourself patience. And you say it out loud. I am learning how to increase my level of patience. I am teaching myself how to wait. And if people around you, they may want to say, "Ooh, how you do that?" Okay? So now, Prayer without action is meaningless. Okay. So now, that's pillar number 2. Yeah, so I told you the toddler, and I told you if you're 10 years old or older. Now, pillar number 3 is stay calm. Oh my goodness, there is so much power in your ability to stay calm. You lose power, y'all, when you become angry, agitated, aggravated. And I'm using this example lately. Spirit gave this to me too. So when you become angry or agitated or aggravated, you start blustering and blubbering, you know, it doesn't make sense. You become so animated and just, you're full of aggression and all of that ugly stuff, okay? So don't do that to yourself. There is tremendous power in your ability to stay calm. Here's calm. Okay, here's angry. Big difference, huh? Big difference. And most people are animated when they are angry. That's how come people get hit and kicked and all that kind of stuff. So not make yourself wait, Lord have mercy. Stay calm. So now, the helpful hand visuals that I do for pillar number 3, I did them for the audience that I had on that live that I was doing. It blew a lot of their minds. I did it for Pap. It blew his mind, and it blows my mind as well. So here I was talking about stay calm. That's pillar number 3. And I was talking about as opposed to becoming angry. So this is calm. When you are calm, your neurons are gliding past each other, communicating with each other. These are your neurons, okay? Now, Spirit came to me and told me to use the word neurons. I had never used the word before. Now, so I was talking about the neurons being calm as opposed to angry. When you are angry, here's what your neurons are doing instead of this, okay? So Spirit came back to me that evening. It blew me away. It really did. It blew me away. It blew my mind, y'all. Spirit came back to me and told me to look up what neurons do. Honest to goodness. Spirit came back to me and told me to look up what neurons do. I Googled it. I obeyed. I Googled it, and this is what Google said neurons do. Neurons work together to produce memories, make decisions, and compute information. They take chemical signals, transport them, and form new wiring within the brain. Neurons also help different parts of the brain to communicate with each other. That's why you cannot think straight when you're angry and upset. That's why you cannot make good choices or good decisions. You see? So stay calm. That's pillar number 3. Stay calm. The next time you start feeling yourself becoming angry, think about your neurons. You want them to be doing like this. Calmness. Not like this. So the next time you start to become angry, think about your neurons. Ooh, okay. Now, pillar number 4. Remember the 4 words that can immediately lower your stress, anxiety, panic, anger, frustration, or whatever ugliness is inside of you. Those 4 words are, this too shall pass. This too shall pass. No situation in life is permanent. No scenario in life is permanent. Nothing is permanent. We even use the word pass when we're talking about death. We'll say he passed last week. She passed yesterday. This too shall pass. The next time your mama is chewing you out, or the next time your daddy is chewing you out. Yeah, I was born and raised in Detroit. So the next time either one of those chewing you out, remember, they cannot read your mind. They can't read your mind. So be sitting there or standing there getting chewed out and be thinking, this too shall pass. She ain't gonna be fussing at me forever. This too shall pass. He ain't gonna be fussing at me forever. You're very welcome. Oh, thank you, y'all. Appreciate that. Yeah, I take these screenshots, and Pap loves to hear I read them to him. So this too shall pass. You got to remember those 4 words. It will ease you through probably 90% of the ugliness that is inside of you, and it'll make it go away. For real. Oh, wow. Wonderful. Okay, so now those are the 4 pillars, y'all. Pillar number 1, develop and maintain a positive attitude. Oh, yeah, I had a lot to do with Inkster. So, develop and maintain a positive attitude. And I told y'all how you do that. Pillar number 2, increase your level of patience. If you're 10 years old or older, I told you exactly how you do that. But I started with the toddlers. And also, if you are raising toddlers, I highly recommend this book, Mother's Dozen, an easy recipe for raising great kids. I had it translated into Spanish, Madre Docena. I don't speak Spanish, so I can't say the rest of the title. Mother's Dozen, an easy recipe for raising great kids. It's 48 pages. It's $7.99 at goodshortbooks.com. This book will guide you into raising kids that you can admire for real. If you are raising toddlers, this is the book for you. And I talk about it when I'm talking about patience, because I say there are 12 ingredients to raising great kids. And the 12th ingredient is patience. So I cover patience in this book. It makes a wonderful gift to new parents or expectant parents, or even one of my viewers, her username is Cat724. I wrote it for kids ages like, if you're trying to turn your behavior around, if you're toddlers, like anywhere from 2 to 4. Cat724 bought it and read it, and she said you can turn kids around up to 7 or 8 years old. That's what she said, so I'll take her word for it. But this book is wonderful, especially if you have a toddler that is not going off into the direction you want, if they're becoming very hard-headed, and that's your fault. So that's what this book shows you how to do it. It takes a whole lot of patience to raise kids, but honey, does it pay off? Ooh, Lord have mercy. It's wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So pillar number 1, I'm going to start over. Develop and maintain a positive attitude. Pillar number 2, increase your level of patience. Pillar number 3, stay calm. And pillar number 4, remember the 4 words that can immediately lower all of the ugliness that is inside of you. So, this too shall pass. Those are the 4 words. This too shall pass. So I want to thank y'all for joining my live. And I love doing these lives. I cover the same 4 pillars every live that I do, but every live that I do is different. And I'm going to, hopefully, I'm thinking about it, but tomorrow I'm going to read the chapter on responsibility when you are raising kids. And this book, Responsibility, starts on page 20. So tomorrow's live, oh, you're very welcome. Tomorrow's live, I'm going to do that. I keep saying I need to let y'all know about what the books are about. There are 11 nonfiction books at goodshortbooks.com. The link is in my profile. And I just uploaded a YouTube video of all 11 of the books. It shows the book's cover as well as a brief description about the book. And it's a slide presentation with music and all of that. It's fun. But And the video is titled Joyce Fields dash Good Short Books Video 10/22/2025. So I put the date on there so that it'll be easier for y'all to find it. Joyce Fields dash Good Short Books Video 10/22/2025. So it's here on YouTube, and I also have it on TikTok on my page. And it's the same video, but it tells y'all about a lot about the books. And the books are flying off the shelves, y'all, because people are coming onto my lives and they are learning about the books. The books will inspire you. They will delight you. They will entertain you. Thank you. They will encourage you. They will motivate you. They will do all kinds of good stuff for you. And there are 11 nonfiction books at goodshortbooks.com, and the link is in my profile, and 9 different genres. You're very welcome. I thank you. Here are the genres: memoirs, parenting, relationships, children's education, fairy tales, bullying, original quotes, health, and spirituality. Those are the genres. And like I said, the books are flying off the shelves because people are coming onto my lives and learning about the books. So I'm going to read, I'm going to start reading a little excerpts so y'all can get a taste for what the books are about. So if you got something out of the advice that I share out of this live, do a video or a post and tag me or mention me or whatever the term is, and let people know what you got out of the advice that I share, what you intend to do with the advice that I share, how you intend to use it. Do a video or a post. And if you're camera shy, you don't have to be in the shot. You can just have like a bowl of fruit or a vase of flowers or something like that, and be talking in the background. So just help me spread the word. If you got something out of it, I hope that you'll want others to get something out of it. So just help me spread the word. So now I close my lives. Yeah, you do that exactly. Work on yourself. That's all we need to do. Work on improving yourself. Thank you. So this book, My Simple Quotes to Live By. This is what I close my lives down with every live that I do. It's 90 pages. It's 167 quotes that I coined, and it's $7.99 at goodshortbooks.com. I coined my first quote when I was 15 years old. 15 years old. And I said, never lose your hope and faith. Never lose your hope and faith. I coined this, my first quote, in 1959 at the age of 15. The occasion was my middle school graduation from Detroit's Sherrard Junior High School. Ninth graders were asked to document their message to their fellow classmates. That's what I said. I don't remember saying it. I didn't know that I was coining a quote. But now I'm going to read y'all a quote that I do remember coining, and I did know that I was coining a quote. Yeah. And this quote is for a contest. It was in 2011 or 2013. And it was for a contest for a calendar, so they needed 12 quotes. I coined this quote and submitted it to the contest. And it won as one of 12 for the calendar out of over 5,000 entries, y'all. Blew my mind. Now, I posted to social media. It's here on my YouTube page, and it's on my TikTok page as well, to encourage people to chase their dreams. That's why I posted, to encourage people to chase their dreams. Here is the quote. It's better to die chasing a dream never caught than to die never having chased the dream. I'm going to repeat it. It's better to die chasing a dream never caught than to die never having chased the dream. Oh, thank you. Chase your dreams. Nobody can see your dream as clearly as you can, and you can't see anybody else's dream as clearly as they can. So don't allow anybody to poo-poo your dream, and don't you poo-poo anybody else's. Chase your dreams. Now, the way this book is formatted, it's 90 pages. This is what's on page 90. It's 2 quotes per page. The quotes are in all caps, separated by a black and white picture. So I'm going to open up the floor. Y'all can give me pages, shout out pages 6 to 89. And I will read the 2 quotes on that page. All right, page 20 for CT. At the top of page 20, ignorance of history is ignorance of self. At the bottom of page 20, what can you do to make the world a better place? Can y'all live by those quotes? Page 14 for Oh, that was page 20. And now page 14, excuse me. Page 14 for Farah. At the top of page 14, anger is energy. If used wisely, the anger will disappear and you'll be left with something positive. At the bottom of page 14, a lover of animals is typically a kind person. Okay, for See Me, page 28. Okay, at the top of page 28, take care of yourself so that you may take care of others. At the bottom of page 28, as a human being, you are no better than anyone else, and no one else is any better than you. Can y'all live by those quotes? I don't do Jesus. Okay. All right, I don't do Jesus. No religion, no politics. Okay, now. Okay. Yeah, so anger is energy. If you use it wisely, like for instance, if you get angry or something, just go clean up the kitchen, wash clothes or mop the floors or do something. You'll have something positive to show for it. You know, redirect that anger. Okay. All right, any more page numbers? Now, okay. Can you repeat 20, please? All right, I will repeat 20. Ignorance of history is ignorance of self. That's at the top of page 20. At the bottom of page 20, what can you do to make the world a better place? And I like to think that the lives that I do help people to decide on what they can do to make the world a better place. All of us have a part to play in this. You know, you didn't just born and just breathe, you know? So do something to make the world a better place. Yeah, music does that, but I don't, you know, we listen to music, but I want to do something. That's why I do these lives. Do something, you know, people make things and sell them, you know, do all kinds of stuff. You're very welcome. So now, if y'all like these quotes, TikTok still has my subscriber-only videos up. Now, one of the reasons why I left TikTok was because they started restricting what you can and cannot say. And also, they increased the price for subscription. But if you thought those quotes were worth subscribing on TikTok, then you go right ahead because the quotes are beautified. This is what a beautified quote looks like. And I have 125 subscriber-only videos up. And this is a beautified quote. This is, it's better to die chasing a dream never caught than to die never having chased the dream. And I thought that bubbles and greenery symbolize the dreaming. I really like the bubbles. So I just find appropriate graphics to complement the quote. And then I talk about why I coined the quote and so forth. So on TikTok, 125 subscriber-only videos. If you think it's worth it to do it, go right ahead. So now, oh, that's great. Fine, that's good. That's wonderful. So the link is in my profile, goodshortbooks.com. Now I want y'all to implement the 4 pillars in your life. They will help you to make the world a better place. Pillar number 1, develop and maintain a positive attitude. Don't you think that if more people developed and maintained a positive attitude, that the world would be a better place? Pillar number 2, increase your level of patience. Don't you think that if more people increased their levels of patience, that the world would be a better place? Pillar number 3, stay calm. Don't you think that if more people learn how to stay calm, or why you should stay calm, your neurons, remember, the world would be a better place? Yes. Okay. Now, pillar number 4, don't you think if more people knew how to grasp onto those words, this too shall pass, that the world would be a better place? Yes. Those are the 4 pillars. Do things to help make this world a better place. Doesn't cost you anything to do those 4 pillars. Put them into your life. So I'm out. I'll be back tomorrow. And help me spread the word, y'all. Do some videos or do some posts or whatever to tell people about these lives. Monday through Friday, 4 a.m. Pacific time. And I love doing them. Okay? So thank you for joining, and I'll be back tomorrow. Later, y'all.